Hey rhythm strummers, I bet you know this tune. Louie, Louie, oh baby, we gotta go. Yeah, 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 Louie, Louie, oh honey, we gotta go now. Right now. You know how this song goes. We can only do 30 seconds of this in these free lessons, but I'm going to save a little bit for later. Don't want to use it all up now. But I'll show you a great technique that I have for playing this, just a single person on an acoustic guitar. So there's a technique called palm muting, and it helps you do kind of percussive things with the guitar when you're the only instrument there, but you want to have a little bit of a feel of drums and a whole band. And we do things like this. It's using the right hand to make these, both to cut off things and to make extra sounds like. You can see how this could be used in lots of different songs. So let's just try this simple pattern that I'm playing here. I'm just playing A chord, D chord, A chord, E chord. And what I'm doing though is I'm playing, if you check the strum pattern diagram right here, you'll see it goes, we got arrows, sequence of arrows. The down arrows are down strums, up arrows are up strums, and you'll notice that a few of them are in white. Those are ghost, meaning you don't actually hit the strings, but your hand keeps going, you just don't dip into the strings on them. And you see one of them has a dot over it, that means it's staccato. And the way we're making it staccato is with palm muting. Palm muting involves, with this part of your hand, just gently putting it on the strings. And you notice that the strings are vibrating. When you do this, they stop. So that's the sound that you get. Now there's a whole technique library lesson on palm muting at rhythmstrummer.com, so you might want to take a look at that if you want to know more about it. But here we're just going to do this one thing with palm muting, which is cutting off this chord. And then we also do a movement that's very much like the palm muting, but is, I let my fingers kind of flap on the pick guard to make a percussive sound like a snare drum. So we get... Now I'm playing what's on the strum pattern diagram. So I'm playing down, up, down, and I'm muting with my palm to make that staccato. Then the next one, I'm moving my hand up, not hitting the strings. The next one, I'm not hitting the strings either, but I am letting my hand hit the fingerboard. So that's what that W means. It means you're going to whack the fingerboard or whack the pick guard. I know we have a name for these things. Then we continue playing an up strum and a down strum on and 4, which is where the chord has changed. And then we do the same pattern again with A and E. So let's try doing this real slow. So here we go, nice and slow, staying on the A chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Now don't worry if you don't get that right off. I'll tell you, I didn't get it the first time I tried it either. So let's work on that. But let's try adding some chords to that. Each measure of this can have 2 chords. The chords would change on the 1 beat and the 3 beat. But you notice the 3 beat, we're not actually playing. So the first time you'd hear the chord that's changed is on the and of 3. And so for instance, if we play A and D in one pattern, you'd hear. That make sense? When I was right when I changed chords, which means I can take a little extra time changing chords, which is nice. So with A and D, it would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Let's try that a bunch of times, just those two chords, that measure. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Yeah. Again. One more time. That's great. That's great. Now, let's just continue that. Do two measures. In the second measure, we'll make our two chords be E minor and D. So we could go A, D, E minor, D. Want to try that? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E minor, D, A, D, E minor, D. And it's Louie, Louie. Oh, honey, we gotta go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go. Yeah, right now. So that's the rhythm part for Louie, Louie. It would also work for lots of different songs. If you want to know more about how to play Louie, Louie, you should check out the Rhythm Strummer lesson on Louie, Louie.